Season 8 of Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles. Previously on Drake's Migration Nation.
We got an invite to come down and hunt southeast Kansas near the Neosho Wildlife Area with Habitat Flats. First morning we get up and it's 3 below zero, and we pulled up the computer and started looking things over, and it was a record low.
Never been this cold this time of the year, so we've been fighting the ice and everything. We have a Hydra-Trek coming. We're going to use that to break the ice and get into these holes. Some of them are pretty tight, and you can't get any other vehicles in there, so these tracked vehicles work real good at getting into the mud and the ice and break all that stuff.
Shoot him.
All right, first greenie in Kansas.
Do the old adage of mine, stick and stay and make her pay, but it didn't. We ended up killing one duck.
Get ready. Gonna be a good morning. Yeah.
Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek.
Freddie King's not only a Drake field expert, he's also on our product development team, and this week he's our guest host. Freddie and the Echo crew are going to take us back to the flooded timber for an in-depth look at the strategies required to be successful in the highly competitive public grounds in Arkansas.
As the moonlit sky gives way to the rising sun, the flooded green timber forests of northwest Arkansas sing with duck calls from Freddie King and the Echo crew. Their passion for hunting the green timber is etched in their souls, and it's that intensity that pushes them to hunt every day of duck season, year after year.
As far as drive to go duck hunting literally every single day, it's just is the essence of what I am. I was raised in the backwater. I grew up duck hunting. I grew up chasing ducks pretty much everywhere that they inhabit in the state of Arkansas at an early age. So, I mean, as early as I can remember, I was a duck hunter, so that passion was instilled right from the very start. And even me getting close to 50 years old, I'm not even close to have lost it yet.
Finding success while hunting public ground in Arkansas can be an especially challenging task, but Freddie and the rest of the Echo crew fight hard as a team to continually hone their skills as waterfowlers.
For a group to work and be successful, everybody's got to know their part, their place, and what they need to do to make sure that that day of hunting is successful, or even a couple of days down the road. We're always looking ahead of what we need to do for not maybe just the hunt that's fixing to happen in the morning, but 2 or 3 days down the road. So everybody's got to have a job to make it successful. And my part is no bigger than anybody else's part. It's just everybody kind of knows what has to be done and takes care of their part, or what they see in front of them that needs to be done. That's how you become a successful duck hunter.
Shoot 'em, boys.
For the Echo crew, duck hunting isn't just a fun hobby, it's a way of life. From the days spent in the timber during the season to long days building calls, the Echo boys live and breathe duck hunting, much like veteran call maker Rick Dunn.
Takes about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to turn a barrel. Used to turn them all by hand, but can't do that anymore, got too old. We gotta have more barrels.
Making quality calls and helping hunters at every skill level put food on the table is the driving force behind Echo Calls and every member of the Echo team. To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles. Rio Ammunition, share the experience. Mojo Outdoors, it ain't magic if it ain't Mojo. Boss Drives, take charge. Prodigy Boats, custom made for the way you play. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. And by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting.
You know, it's almost 11 o'clock right now, and that's been a lot of this past duck season. I mean, we have rode anywhere from 8 o'clock p.m. to 12:30, 1 o'clock a.m. heading to wherever we're going to launch a boat. And the reason for that is, you know, staging up for 4 a.m. starts and just the everyday grueling battle, pretty much, of duck season. And if you don't do that, you're going to miss out. And you're going to miss out of getting a lot of the spots that you hope are the primo spots for those days.
Been here 5 minutes and barely get our stuff on, barely get our boat in the water, and I ain't even got my waders on because we had to hurry. And the rig's already showed up. We are first in line. That's the man. And we got one of our boys backing us up, so nobody should try to pass it. Right here, where we fixing to spend the next 4 to 5 hours.
Steep competition for the best hunting locations means that Freddie will spend another long night sleeping in the boat to ensure he and the Echo crew get the right spot for tomorrow's hunt. Over 50 days of the season have passed, and having hunted every one of those days, the Echo crew is operating like a well-oiled machine.
Public hunting anywhere, not just Arkansas, is getting pretty tough here lately. There's a lot of pressure on the birds, a lot of people are wanting to be out duck hunting, and the easiest place to do it is on public ground. Well, here in Arkansas, we have a 4 a.m. rule. That means you cannot leave a designated area before 4 a.m., but you can have your boat at that designated area. Last night, our ringleader, Freddie King, has sat at that one spot since midnight, 11 o'clock. That's what it takes to hunt on public ground here in Arkansas. You have to have a lot of dedication.
I should do about to do it. It's extremely important to have a group of guys that can work together. Tyler knows what he's doing, Aaron knows what he's doing, Jonathan knows what he's doing. Dennis, I'm not sure yet. He's kind of on the bubble right now.
That's a little bubble, too.
It's a little bubble. We all have something that we contribute to keep 60 days rolling of duck season. And everybody tries to go the extra mile, even when it's bad.
And then you have Papaw King. He does his part.
This year they've kind of started nicknaming me Papaw. Papaw Red, whatever, Papaw Freddy. Kind of giving me some nicknames, I guess, because on account of my age and getting ready to do the 5-0. But as far as passing down the heritage, you know, it's just great to see people enjoy the exact same thing as what I do at the same level. And being able to just not so much pass it on, but just see them get as big a kick and a thrill and the drive to want to go the next day and the next day and next day and experience it all over again. You know, that's my reward as far as hunting with this group of guys.
Boy, you can hear all the boats in the background. kind of tell who's where and what's going on. Hunting public land, you better strategize. You got to know exactly where everybody's at and what their setups might be like, and try to either go bigger or better looking. The most important thing is that crowd when you're hunting public ground. Nobody's south of us, so we're good there. So the trick is going to be keeping the birds on this side. They get on the far side of us, we're going to back mark them, bring them around, and try to keep them on this side of us. And that's the way they should come in anyway. Wind's going to be at our back. We've got about 11, 12 dozen decoys, so it's a big spread. 2 to 3 jerk strings running all the way through it. A lot of presentation. But I think we're about 15, 20 minutes away from legal shooting. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be time to hide the boats and get everything ready. Everybody ready? Jerk strings out? We good. That's something else you gotta have, is a crew that can work together, get it done. Most people, it would take them an hour and a half to put up all this stuff. We had it literally done in 15 minutes. Ready for war. Let's do it.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Season 8 of Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles.
Get that water moving, guys. Golly, we're having to stay on them. Come on, talk to him now. There's a lot of pros and cons to public land hunting. One of those being hunters that set up too close to each other. You know, the moral and the ethics aren't quite what they used to be. We as a group were taught, you know, don't skybust birds, don't call at other birds when they're trying to land. That's what public land hunting gets you. They had 2 come in, we got 1,000 in the sky. And somebody shoots 2 times. If you'll just spend a little bit of time trying to make your hunt better by making somebody else's hunt better, you'll see that kind of trickle down. And that's what it's about, just kind of making sure that the other people have a quality hunt through the hunt that you're having. Bark them in. Fence them up. Good shot. I'm telling you right now, it just don't get any better than that for me. Working ducks hard, and you know, I'm sweating. I mean, I am sweating because I've been calling, kicking water, just wearing them out as hard as we can. And we did real good. We had about 60, 70 birds come in right then, just floating through the timber. We stayed barking on them. I know I did. I think Stump was staying on them. We pulled them all the way from back in there, about 80 yards, all the way up into the kill zone with nothing but barking them on in. Bark, 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 bark.
That's what it's all about right there. Patience, persistence, pays off. Green, green, green.
Not bad, fellas. How about Chad getting coached the entire group? Chad, put your face down. Chad, hide your face. Chad, put your face in that hole. Hide it. This is why Freddie had me sit here. Can I go? Are we ready? Come on. Hey.
I told him, I said, look up, you can see up through the top of that thing. Just look straight up, you can see where they're at.
I know. Yeah, I give you props.
What are you talking about?
They landed right on top of it. Hit me right in the duck call.
I heard that. I heard that.
We're a pretty tight-knit group. All of us are pretty decent callers, and all of us have a passion unexplainable about duck hunting.
You know, I mean, we can all pick on each other, have a good time. You know, we joke about everything, you know, not just what happens duck hunting. You know, we all know each other outside of duck hunting. Throughout the summer, we do a lot of stuff, you know, boat riding, cookouts, you know, I mean, you name it, we do it. Fishing trips, it's whatever. And, you know, so we got jokes on each other throughout the year, and that's what makes it, you know, seem like it's so strong. But really, it's because we all have the passion that's deep down inside of us.
Main thing with public property is just always try to treat that other group as if it's you and your own group, and try to remember those morals and ethics that our forefathers brought to this sport.
Let's let go. Oh, you got this deal. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Shoot him up. I almost got my camera. Thief!
Whew, that'll wear you out. I'm telling you, this public land hunting, you burn some calories.
Well, look, that's why we get on the treadmill during the summertime.
I guarantee it. Place, good dog. Nothing but green, baby, all day long. There's a lot of daggone duck up in the sky right then. Based on what we've seen today, a ton of new birds are in the area. This area is real notorious about one day, nothing. Then next day, a few birds. Next day, even more birds. And today, the golly-wop amount of birds come in. And based on that, tomorrow is gonna be probably another real solid day, except for we got a bunch of rain, a bunch of bad weather, and some south winds. We got another hole that's about a half a mile from here, and we're gonna set up on it. And like Rick Dunn says, we're fixing to pack them up and get on out of here.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles. Rio Ammunition, share the experience. Mojo Outdoors, it ain't magic if it ain't Mojo. Boss Drives, take charge. Prodigy Boats, custom made for the way you play. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. And by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting.
Quite a bit different conditions than yesterday. Cloudy, a lot more hunters. The birds aren't flying quite as good, but they are flying. They're flying higher than what they were. Boys down way south of us are pounding on them. Now, yesterday we dealt with a whole lot different bird early in the morning. This morning, they're higher, harder to call, harder to get stopped. But as the day progresses, things normally change. So that's what we're hoping today with this east wind, long landing zone, about 7 or 8 dozen decoys, a couple of jerk strings always working, and some power collars on the trees. So all we gotta do is be able to see them within calling distance, get them close enough to see what kind of duck we're dealing with by calling at them, and hopefully we can put them on the water. Well, those didn't waste time, did they? I guarantee it. That was pretty, boys, right up in your face. Y'all worked them over good, too. Beck!
Shoot them up, boys.
Son, that was perfect. And that single goes down. Knock them dead, boys.
That was awesome, wasn't it?
It's been an awesome couple of days. We're hunting public property, so the ducks get banged pretty doggone quick, and they get out of there pretty doggone quick. But mornings like this is exactly what every green timber duck hunter just absolutely lives for. That's all there is to it, lives for it. A lot of ducks, big groups, finishing in your face, and being able to call and work the birds. That's what it's all about.
Well, it just goes to show you can be competitive and still be courteous to your fellow hunter. Big thanks to Freddie and the whole Echo crew for allowing us to tag along with them again this week and their part of the Migration Nation.